How to keep your pet healthy and fit for 2013. Romantic getaways you both will love. Your winter survival guide for all your beauty needs. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn. We're also talking about when you go through your Instagram or your Facebook feed and everybody has photos of their food at restaurants. Is that rude? Should it be banned? I don't know. The discussion has started.
Food porn.
Yes.
Also, speaking of food, we're talking about Hollywood's sexiest vegan celebrities. Find out if your favorite is on this list.
Are you looking to whip your boyfriend into shape? Well, there's a free app for that, and it's called the Boyfriend Trainer. It says when scolding doesn't work, just zap him, whack him, and train him to be your ideal man. That is the description for the Gamer app. Now, the method of inflicting abuse varies by level. There's whacking when he drops a shirt or a glass on the floor. There's slapping when he looks at other women passing by. When he drives too fast, he's strangled with a rope. Now, players are not allowed to advance to the next level unless they inflict the required level of abuse by simply pressing on the screen. You can imagine the outrage that would happen if the gender roles were reversed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's meant to be funny, but some say the subject of domestic violence is never funny.
Yeah, this comes from a company in India that developed the game. And what's fascinating, is that when it comes to putting these apps in the iTunes store or in the Android market, they do have certain stipulations. However, this specifically isn't one of them. However, the game could change because they've got a lot of complaints about this
and
one.
I think because it's in cartoon form, maybe people think it's something to make light of. But
Can we stop the male bashing?
Yeah,
I'm really tired of the man
I
bashing.
think
I
the
love
guys
the
have
man.
had it.
Come on, you know. Thanks to Pinterest, all you single ladies are being called out for having your big wedding day all planned out, minus one very important detail: the groom. Browse Pinterest and you will find plenty of boards dedicated to amazing weddings: the perfect dress, the engagement rings, romantic updos, and amazing decor that would put Martha Stewart to shame. However, among all of the wedding pages, the boards that stand out are the ones created by the single ladies. You can thank society for its continued push to make marriage the end-all be-all for women and for selling the idea that a perfect wedding makes for a perfect marriage. All that pressure to plan a perfect day only adds to the fairy tale princess mentality that so often ends in a not-so-happy ending. And if the guy you're dating happens across your wedding Pinterest page, might send him running for the hills. Just a thought.
And a friend of mine owns a wedding gown shop, and she put up a meme that said, "No, we cannot get you that $30,000 Pinterest gown for $1,000 and expect it to look the same," because I guess this is the kind of stuff that's happening. So, food for thought there. All right, we all suffer from boob dilemmas, ladies. Come on, we know this, like spillage or straps that are too tight. So, Galtime.com has your back with these great bra solutions. First and foremost, fittings are your best bet to find the correct size. We know this, but how often should you return for a refitting? Every 6 months to a year is standard. And make it sooner if your weight has changed. Maybe you've had a child or you're going through menopause. Also, what about boob spillage? The problem here, your cup size is too small or the style could be wrong for your girls. For instance, like this photo, busty women should not be wearing a demi-cup bra. You need to go for a full cup if you want that complete coverage. And what about underwire bras that squeeze your skin in all the wrong places? That's horrible, right? Go for a bra with a wider strap, like a racer back or even one with the convertible option.
Sometimes you've just got to work with what you've got. The same holds true for your hair. Yahoo Shine breaks down the styles to best suit your hair type. If you have thin hair, you know it can quickly turn flat and lifeless. So a flipped out shaggy bob like Jodie Foster's is a great way to add volume and movement. The flips create an illusion that you have more hair than you actually do. For thick hair, stay away from short styles. Your hair could end up looking like a wig. Try a casual layered cut like the one Jennifer Aniston wears. It will create movement and take off weight. For tight curls, embrace your natural texture with a shoulder-length curly style inspired by Jada Pinkett Smith. Ask your stylist to cut your hair when it's dry so she can see the shape more clearly. Straight-haired gals can try a long shag like Suzanne Summers. It adds texture and volume you just can't get with long, heavy hair. And if you're somewhere in the middle with coarse, wavy hair, a medium-length layered look like Marissa Tomei's can balance things out so your hair does not overshadow your beautiful face.
And winter weather can do a number on your skin, so we called on a top New York City dermatologist for your winter skincare survival guide.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sapna Wesley. I'm a dermatologist in New York City. I wanted to provide some simple tips today to protect our skin during these winter months. So with the cold, dry air outdoors and the dry heat indoors, our skin can really get affected this time of the year. So with these few simple skincare tips, you'll really find your skin more protected during the winter months. First, think about your showers and baths. Keep them under 5 minutes and use warm water, not hot water. Long hot showers do feel great, but they're very drying to the skin. In the shower, use a creamy, hydrating body wash, something that's free of fragrance. And it's a good rule of thumb this time of the year to avoid products containing fragrances, as those can be very irritating to the skin. The single most important step is to moisturize when stepping out of the shower. Look for a cream-based moisturizer containing ceramides, like the Curel Intensive Healing Cream. If you ask any dermatologist this time of the year what they recommend, they'll always tell you a cream. You want something thick, rich, and occlusive that's going to lock in moisture over time. The ceramides in the Curel Intensive Healing Cream strengthen the skin barrier from the inside, and the water and oil technology in this product really helps lock in moisture over time from the outside. This is also a great product in people with very extreme cases of dry skin and in diabetics who are prone to cracking skin and complications arising from this. And Curel has done studies in diabetics showing that it really helps to improve the health of their skin. Also think about the fabrics you're wearing and the detergents you're using. Stick with fabrics that are soft and breathable like cottons, and avoid detergents that are fragranced, as they can trigger skin reactions. I recommend to my patients All Free Clear detergent. It's free of dyes and perfumes, which can be very irritating in the skin. It's the #1 brand recommended by dermatologists, allergists, and pediatricians for sensitive skin. It provides a powerful clean that's hypoallergenic. Also consider investing in a humidifier for your bedroom. It's a great way to combat the dry heat indoors. Even better would be to get several small humidifiers and scatter them around your house. And don't forget to drink plenty of water. For more tips, go to Curel.com and allfreeclear.com. Thanks.
Forget dining out this Valentine's Day. You should convince your man to take you on a romantic getaway. And here to help us plan that trip on every budget is travel expert Kristen Harmel. Welcome, Kristen.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, like we said, every kind of budget. So what kind of trips are on the menu for romance here? What do you got?
When I think romance, my go-to option is Europe.
Sure.
But it's not going to be in everyone's budget. If it is in your budget, by all means, hop over to Paris, hop over to Venice.
Right.
Do something like driving around England or Ireland, something like that really brings you together. But if you're not able to do that, there are plenty of European-type destinations in North America.
A faux European vacation.
Faux Europe, exactly.
Okay.
So, for example, Quebec City really evokes the feel of a French village or a big French town. There's a place in Washington State called Leavenworth that is basically the closest thing to a Bavarian village you can get outside of Germany, which is amazing. Or then you have someplace like Catalina Island off the coast of California that has a very Mediterranean feel.
We're seeing some gorgeous photos here, too.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Or even someplace like New Orleans that has a very European vibe to it, a very French vibe.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, those are some good options if you want to stay closer to
I like
home.
that. Now, we're both cruise kind of gals. What if you want to go on a
Absolutely.
cruise? You don't have to lift a finger if you do this.
Well, and I think that's the value to doing any sort of all-inclusive vacation at an all-inclusive resort or on a cruise. You really can kind of check your brain at the door. You don't have to think about anything the entire time. And I think that in terms of a romantic vacation, that sort of helps bring the two of you together. There's no hassling, no planning. It's just easy.
Any destinations you would recommend if you're doing a cruise?
Ooh, I just actually got back from the Bahamas. That's a great
that could be
destination,
good.
and it's usually very inexpensive, particularly this time of year.
Okay. Now, what if you're a little more adventurous type of couple? You want to do something along those lines?
You know, I don't know if it would necessarily qualify as adventure, but another romantic vacation you could take is to wine country. And I think one of the wonderful things you can do in wine country, speaking of adventure, is you can do things like cycling, or there are lots of running trails, or if you kind of like getting outdoors like that. They're just beautiful parts of the country. I think people tend to think of of Napa and Sonoma, but there's also wine country in, for example, New York State, the Finger Lakes region. Rural Virginia, there's a big wine country. Washington State. So a lot of places around the country are going to have a wine country that's very easy for you to get to.
Yeah.
And a lot of cities now even have urban wineries, which is sort of another smaller scale option too.
And I like too with those options, you don't have to do the wine because there are food and other activities.
Absolutely, and a lot of those places have things like a cheese making trail or
Yeah,
a brewery.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's very cool.
Now, what if you want a romantic vacation that's near home? You don't want to go far.
Okay, if you don't want to go far away, I would say that within 2 hours of anybody, there's a place you've never been before that's worth exploring. So I would say get out that old-fashioned map, kind of draw a 2-hour radius and see somewhere you can drive.
Dust it off a little bit. Maybe close your
Absolutely.
eyes and pick a location or something.
You know, because the thing about travel, I think, is just experiencing something new together. And if all else fails, just stay home together for 24 hours, order in, rent movies, don't answer the phone, don't do chores, make your own little staycation right in your own house.
I love it. Thank you, Kristen. And if you want more information on these V-Day travel getaways, visit our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Stay with us, still more to come here on Life Love Shopping. We're revealing the list of sexy celebrities who live a vegan lifestyle, plus easy tips to keep your pet healthy and fit while saving you time and some serious money. And it's all about the winter hat this season. Check out these celebrity kids sporting this season's hottest fashion accessory, starting with one Suri Cruise. You may have made some resolutions for yourself this year, but what about for your pet? From Fido's Growing Waistline to Stinky Breath, we have Curtis Steinhoff with VPI Pet Insurance and vet tech Julianne Evenhaus here to help us out. We also have one Mr. Blue down below here who's getting a little bit comfy. I got to start with you guys. Tell us about checking for obesity. That's one big thing with pets. How do we check for obesity?
Visually.
Okay.
First, look at your pet, and if you
Come on,
can see our lovely friend laying down here.
There
First
we
thing you want
go.
to do is look at just the line. You want to look for a nice hourglass.
Okay.
You also want to feel along the ribs and just gently running your hands down the side, be able to feel their ribs in general. If you have to push, it might be an indication that you've got a little extra weight on there.
Okay.
When they're standing up.
Can you stand up for me, buddy? Come on.
Come on, handsome.
There we go. I'll just walk
perfect.
around here.
There we go. When you're looking at him standing up, you want to look for a tuck right here. So as he's standing, you want to look for a nice little tuck up in the groin area. So if there's a little bit of a pot belly, that can also be an indication that some additional exercise might be necessary. But this guy's looking wonderful.
You got good abs, buddy. Rock on. Okay, Curtis, when it comes to food, what should we do to cut weight down, especially if we're going to put Fido on a diet?
Right, well, the easiest thing you can do is get a weight control food. So just ask your veterinarian which brand she recommends. But we have a couple of other tips for you.
Okay.
Instead of giving your pet biscuits and other high-calorie treats, you can switch them to something like a carrot. I actually changed my dog's treats to carrots, and they get really excited because I think when I open the fridge, they think they're getting the same treats as their dad is getting, and I should probably eat a few more carrots as well.
Shouldn't we all,
Yes,
really?
yes. But the best tip we can give you is if you've cut your pet down on the amount of food and treats that you're giving, they're probably hungry. So what you can simply do is add green beans to their food.
That is a terrific
And it's
idea.
actually a 0-calorie add because it actually takes more calories to digest the beans than they get from the beans. So it'll fill them up, but it won't add calories to their diet.
And also the moisture in there kind of helps with dry food too,
If you
right?
if you feed your pet dry food, they'll like the moisture. It also adds some minerals and other nutrients, so it's good.
Okay, now when it comes to their teeth, I know some people like to brush teeth, some people don't. What do you recommend, Julianne?
Do recommend trying to brush.
Okay.
And the first step is getting your dog used to having its mouth handled.
Okay.
So don't just go at him with a toothbrush. Give him the opportunity to get used to having his mouth handled. So gentle touching, gentle rubbing, get him used to lifting the lip and getting your finger in there. So he's being very good. Hello, my darling. So just gentle rubbing, getting them used to having this contact, and then you can lift the lip. You're doing so good.
Excellent work,
And gentle
buddy.
massaging along the gum.
Okay.
So do a couple days of that desensitization and then introduce them to a pet toothpaste.
Okay, and you recommend it should be specific for dogs,
Yes,
not human.
specific for dog and cat because human toothpaste can have additional additives like artificial sweeteners that can be toxic to your pets. So you definitely want to go with a pet toothpaste.
Okay.
And doing the preventive stuff can actually save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars.
Really?
We analyzed the claims of about 500,000 VPI pets, and we found that to prevent tooth decay, and periodontal disease is about $175 to prevent, for the prevention, whereas the average claim for treatment of that was over $500.
Wow.
So it's better for your pet, it's better for your pocketbook, it's better for everybody.
Yeah, when you said $500, I think you got everybody's attention in here. Now, what about toys and chew toys specifically? I understand chew bones are good for their teeth as well to keep them clean.
Yes, keep them active at friction and pressure to get that tartar to break down. The additional dental treats, things like greenies or dental enzymatic chews, they have additives that will help break down that tartar further. And they love to chew. It's
They
good for
do,
them.
yes. And it seems like if there's a little stir crazy in the house, they either need to be walked or they need a chew toy, right? All
Put the
right.
mind
So let
and
them
the
chew on
body.
something that's good for their teeth.
Well, Curtis and Julianne, thank you so much. For more information on keeping your pet healthy, all you need to do, head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Keeping healthy and fit is a priority in Hollywood as well. And Jessica Reyes from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, is here with the list of Hollywood's sexiest celebs who love the vegan lifestyle. Hey, Jess.
Hey, that's right, ladies, and these dreamy stars are known for their compassionate diets, and we'll start off with Neo, the newest meat and dairy-free male celeb. Neo tweeted on December 30th, "What's everybody's New Year's resolution? I'm gonna try to go vegan. Discipline test, not looking forward to it. Wish me luck." Next up is sexy singer Jason Mraz, and he isn't shy about sharing how his plant-based diet has changed his life on his blog. He says, "I ride longer distances on my bike, can do more pull-ups than ever, and my brain seems to have a larger capacity for new projects, problem solving, songwriting, and fielding random questions. It also makes me a lot better in bed." Sexy, you can't argue with that.
No, you can't.
And then there's also Tobey Maguire, the oh-so-studly actor who stars in The Great Gatsby. Due out this spring, became a vegetarian in 1992 and a vegan in 2009. Tobey Maguire revealed giving up meat was an easy adjustment, saying, "It's never really been that hard for me. I've never had any desire to eat meat. In fact, when I was a kid, I would have a really difficult time eating meat at all." And there you have it, ladies. You can catch me weekday mornings on The Daily Buzz.
Lots of celebs going vegan.
I'm sorry, but I love a good burger.
I
Thank
know.
you.
And there's something about when you smell that meat cooking. It's like, I gotta have it.
And who doesn't think a guy grilling a steak is sexy?
I know.
I mean, come on.
Win-win all around.
It's different when he's grilling tofu. Sorry, it's a whole
They've
different
made
thing.
veganism popular, so what are you gonna do? But you know what else is popular? Snapping pictures of your meals when you're eating out on social media. It's huge now.
But find out why chefs are saying no photos, please. Up next. Stay with us. We're back in just a moment.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. We are living in a new age of food porn thanks to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy has nothing to do with it. And now some restaurants are trying to ban your food photos by giving them a XXX rating. Several New York City chefs are banning all photography at the dinner table. Other restaurants will allow you to snap a photo of the kitchen or have a no flash policy. Chefs like Bobby Flay, though, say he loves it when people take photos of his food because he considers it a compliment and free advertising.
And diners share totally different opinions when it comes to food porn. Some think if they've ordered it or they've paid for it, they can do whatever they want to it. Others are annoyed by the twit pics of your favorite dishes and the constant stream of Instagram food photos. I think we have different takes on this, right? What do you think?
Yeah, it sort of annoys me. It kind of falls into this whole category of social Facebook envy where you're looking at people like, really? Do I need to see that you're eating another 5-star course again?
But I guess like if you're in the restaurant, as far as being annoyed by others, it's not like they're lugging in a tripod and like the foil thing. It's just a snap on your cell phone,
True.
right? So
Yeah.
I mean, it really is free advertising.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with the chefs.
Okay.
For it.
Well, we are not shy about putting food on our show, and we are about to show you the perfect easy meal to add to your dinner menu.
Looking to make better choices in the new year? Well, look no further than Lean Pockets brand sandwiches, including these delicious pretzel bread flavors such as grilled chicken, jalapeno cheddar, and spinach 3-cheese variety. These irresistibly hot Lean Pocket sandwiches are a melting mouthful of the tasty ingredients you crave, made with real cheese, quality meats, and wrapped in delicious crispy hot crust. Speaking of better choices, many of us are trying to make improvements when it comes to our daily lives. So, to add in some fun in the kitchen, Lean Pockets brand sandwiches debuted an interactive soap opera on Facebook.com/Lean Lean Pockets called As the Pocket Turns, where characters face a daily dilemma of making better decisions. As part of this debut, the Lean Pockets brand commissioned a survey around New Year's resolutions. And the survey of 1,000 men and women nationwide found that more than half intend to eat better in the new year. But even more shocking, both men and women have little faith that they will keep their New Year's resolutions for good, as only 7% of women believe they could stick to their goals versus just 5% of men. Lastly, 51% feel that they need help in keeping resolutions and that sharing resolutions with family and friends would help them stick to their goals. So, in response to this statistic, the Lean Pockets brand is offering its fans a platform to publicly share their resolutions within the Facebook community. Fans are encouraged to submit their own resolutions on the Lean Pockets brand Facebook page in an effort to help them keep their 2013 resolutions. For every fan who likes the page, the brand will give away 1 coupon for Lean Pockets brand sandwiches, making it even easier to keep those resolutions. For more info, go to facebook.com/leanpockets.
Coming up tomorrow on Life Love Shopping, we've got the 5 fights every single couple should have, when to have them, and how to win it without breaking up. And the new approach when it comes to scoring your dream job, whether you're fresh out of college or you're currently unemployed.
Boy, don't miss it. That does it for our show today, as Life Love Shopping turns,
Yes.
right? See you tomorrow.
See you next time. Bye.